Okay, my name is Jeffrey Rose. I'm the head coach of softball team at South Range. This is Ashley Rupert. She's a sophomore, and a sophomore, and Selena De Jesus, sophomore.
Jeff, I'll just kind of start things out. I mean, can you just describe, the emotions that you guys are kind of going through right now?
Yeah, it stinks. I mean, we had such a fantastic season this year, and honestly didn't expect to lose today. We watched them play yesterday, and this certainly is not the best team that we've played. It's probably not the worst game that we've played, but we're usually averaging 10 runs a game, and today we put up a 3 spot against a pitcher that this may be I don't know, what would you say, girls? An average pitcher compared to what we've seen to some of the players. She was fantastic because she did hit spots and change speeds in that regard. But, like I said yesterday, when you beat the likes of Gabby Gradishar, you beat a team from Springfield Hall in Division I who has a fantastic pitcher. Talmadge's pitcher who won the state championship last year. I expected to put more than 3 runs up on the board today. And we gave too many free passes on offense or defensively. And it's hard to win a game when you're putting 10 runners or so on base for free. So
they said yesterday or Thursday that the team that they beat, that they really talked about how slow and deliberate the pitcher was. Did that kind of affect you guys a little bit as far as just, she kind of takes forever to pitch? Do you think that had
you can ask my hitters that, because I honestly, what do you guys think?
I would say probably not. It's just more of a timing thing. So instead of getting your bat up and ready sooner, you just have it down on your shoulder and the break whenever she is ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all very seasoned hitters, so I think we can adjust to anything. So I don't think it made much of a difference.
Yeah.
Ashley, I mean, obviously you had to come in after Jerry through 3 straight walks. I mean, just what's kind of going through your mind in that scenario, and were you surprised that Jerry got pulled, and just what was your mindset having to come into the game in that kind of atmosphere?
Obviously, at the beginning of the game, I wasn't expecting to come in. Jaylee's an awesome pitcher, and she threw great today, and I mean, she just got tired. I think I was very nervous coming in, but I have a great defense behind me, so I knew that they would be able to get the out.
Coach, can you just walk me through just that decision, to kind of change pitches there?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, 10 in a state championship game, or even in the regionals or districts, 10 walks is just too much. I think Jaylee did put a lot of weight on her shoulders, and you know what? I'm not mad at Jaylee. It's hats off to Jaylee, in my opinion, because she was a huge part of getting us to this game, and she had a bad day. That's just as simple as that. Jaylee had a bad day today. And everybody's entitled to a bad day, and I think it's going to light a little fire under her ass to get back to this game next year. So we got a lot of work to do. We got such a young team. We're losing 1 player, and these girls are going to get the speech from me that just because we're losing 1 player is not a free pass to get back here, because we did it in 2016. We made it to the state championship and lost 1 senior and got eliminated in the districts the following year. So. Our girls in 2016 walked on the field and thought they were going to win games, and I can guarantee you this group will not. They're going to work to win games.
For any one of you, I'll kind of follow up on what you were talking about. You guys are obviously a young team. You're only losing 1 senior in Gretchen. I mean, just the motivation of just the outcome today, did that give you that just kind of extra drive? Okay, we've gotten here, we want to get back again. After, last year you guys made it to the state semi, this year to the title game, can you make that next step forward next year?
Well, I think since we're very young as a team, we've obviously had the drive to prove ourselves that we deserve to be here. And I think we did that, and I think we can do it next year as even more seasoned players, because I mean, we've been playing since we were kids, and we know what to do.
I would not count us out for next year, considering most of us are still sophomores. We're going to get faster, we're going to get stronger. So I think, as Selena said, once we get more seasoned, we'll still be faster. So in a scenario, we can turn a single into a double.
Yeah, we're a very tightly knit team, and we work very well together, and I think we will next year as well.
Is there a lot you can learn from a game like this? Like Coach said, it seemed like you guys came in a little bit better. You struggled. What can you learn from a game like this as you approach next year?
I I mean, this specific pitcher, you could tell as the game went on, she was getting tired, and I think it was just we needed to be more selective at the plate. Even if she got down the count, like we got up 2-0, like that doesn't mean you need to swing. You still have 3 strikes. So just like understand that you're in control of the box.
We should have been looking for more walks instead of swinging at whatever pitches we thought were good. We should have been looking for a tighter strike zone, considering the umpire, he had a very decisive mind on his pitches.
Yeah, how hard is that to adjust? I mean, all umpires have different opinions and everything, but how do you adjust to that when, like, one umpire might have one opinion, another umpire may have a different one? Did that make it difficult today?
I'd say it does a little bit, obviously, in your first at bat, but I mean, you have to adjust, and I mean, if it's close, you gotta swing.
Okay.
Yeah, just like watch the people that are in front of you so you understand what his strike zone is.
Yeah, after the first inning, it's pretty much like a go.
Mm-hmm.
And coach, and Freddie, the players can answer. What do you feel like their pitcher did that just kind of kept you guys off balance? You never really got, made solid contact.
Well, I mean, we did get to see her pitch yesterday or on
Thursday.
She tries to work away to get you to chase, and then she'll come in and high, and she did mix up the changeup a lot. She was, like I said, she was an excellent pitcher because she was able to change speeds and keep us off balance. But I can tell you that I would put this team up against anybody hitting in any division in Ohio because we're a hell of a good hitting team. Just had a bad day today. I mean, we really did. I mean, if we faced her again, I can almost tell you. Think about this. We put up 19 hits the other day against a pitcher wasn't obviously as good as this, but I would take half of that today. And if it was half of the game we had Thursday, we may have won the game today.
Is it harder though when you're facing a pitcher that just doesn't throw quite as hard? She's a little bit more deliberate. You can just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this girl threw harder than the girl on Thursday. I think we struggle with slow pitching more than we do fast pitching. Case in point, we went to Rootstown earlier I guess it would be mid to late season. Girls going to Miami of Ohio, and the kid threw smoke. We put three home runs over the fence. I mean, we had 3 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the hell out of her. I mean, she was a hell of a pitcher. And I would rather face somebody like that than what we even saw on Thursday, even though we had 19 hits. But the girl from Rootstown, the girl the other day, didn't change speeds as good as the girl did today. And she kept us off balance. She did a hell of a job.
Jeff, the interference call that there was some kind of confusion there. Can you just kind of tell what were you told and what was kind of
Yeah, I mean, it was runner's interference, so the ball's automatically dead, and I knew the rule. But it's just always want to ask, is it a dead ball or a delayed dead ball? And there's a big difference. So I just wanted to ask the umpires, could this been a delayed dead ball? And on delayed dead ball, you let the play finish. And I was looking for that double play. And as a coach, I've got these girls' backs, and if I can get another out of it, then I'm going to. You know what I mean? So it didn't hurt to ask until the umpire from home plate said, basically go back to the dugout and be quiet. So, I'm like, okay, man, I'm just trying. That's as simple as that.
Jeff, I'll just kind of close in. Can you just kind of reflect on just the season overall that you guys have been? I mean, 29 wins. Obviously, especially with such a young group, just what you guys accomplished this year.
I will correct you. We have 30 wins.
Okay, so.
And these girls may not know this. You may not have known about the pickup game we had with Matthews a couple of weeks ago. So it's in Game Changer, but it wasn't published because I don't want anybody to come and watch us play. But they tied a record for most wins. We've done that 2 other times, and as long as I've been around at South Range, 30 wins in a season with our schedule it's incredible. It really, really is incredible, the schedule that we play. And we told the girls last year when we had our exit talks, and we told them, you can get back to where you were last year, which was Thursday's game. You can do it, girls. We have all the confidence in the world in you, even though that we were replacing 5 starters. The girls that were sitting on the bench that were eager to play, and there's 2 of them sitting here right now, had fantastic seasons. So Anna, she was the starter last year. She earned that spot. I don't think you started in the beginning of the year, Anna, but the fact of the matter is these young ladies are so eager to play. They want to play. I've had teams that, you know, complained about practice and complained about a couple things, and you don't get that very often, but I don't think I've ever heard one complaint except I'm hungry from these kids. You know, really. I mean, that's honestly, this is, and they accuse me, and not these girls, but like past teams accuse me, it's like, you always say that we're your favorite team, we're your favorite class, and I honestly can say that this team this year is I've been coaching, I mean, at South Range for 18 years, and I've coached youth, I've coached football, I've coached Little League, and I'm 58 years old, and I've been coaching since I was 18. So I've been involved in youth coaching for 40 years, and there's no doubt that this is my favorite team ever.
One other thing I was thinking about, very unusual, you have Canfield, you have Fitch, all these schools are close by. Have you guys talked to the week? Have you encouraged each other? I mean, I know you guys kind of rivals too, but how's that worked out? Do you guys talk back and forth before this week?
I don't know about the girls. I talked to a couple of coaches. There was a YSN put on a show the other day, and you know, I never really talked to the coaches, but Fitch's coach and I were texting back and forth, and even today he texted me and said, you know, bring it home and things like that. Haven't really talked to Mike Kernan much about it,
Okay.
but you know, we hope that they bring the trophy home. Steve and I just go back a long way. We've played each other, Fitch and South Range for many years. We didn't get to play this year. We were scheduled. Unfortunately, it got rained out early in the season. We always scrimmaged them, but it just didn't work out playing them this year. I would love to, but hopefully next year.
Jeff, just kind of reflecting off of that, obviously, the Valley swept the Northeast Regional titles for all four divisions. Matthew in D4, you guys in D3, Canfield in D2, Fitch in D1. I mean, with such talent in the area, I mean, just what does that say just about just the teams you guys have, the talent in the area, and just how great softball is in the Valley?
Honestly, it's one of the best I've seen, and you see softball a lot, like from various regions of the eastern side of the country when you go down to Myrtle Beach. And there were times, and especially this year too, that we would walk on the field and it would be our third, fourth, or fifth game of the year. And sometimes it was our first game of the year in past years, and we were playing teams that had 12, 14 games in because, you know, they're in Virginia and North Carolina, South Carolina. We even played a team from Georgia, and we would step on the field and literally have our way with them. It's the eagerness of these girls wanting to be there, again, like I said, wanting to learn. They all have special coaches, hitting coaches, pitching coaches, and even with us, they'll say, hey, can you do this with me? They ask for extra work. And you don't get that very often. You really, really don't. And so I would put Northeast Ohio against any part of the country in softball, and I bet you we would do fairly well.